All right, welcome back, everybody. I hope you like the hat. It's part two. It's just something that I like to do. I like hats like this, and so I always kind of worn them. Anyways, today was a pretty good day for me. I did pretty well this morning, and I'm going to go over 11 different trade options that you could have made. And I didn't take all 11 trades because my filters kept me out of them. Filters did keep me out of a couple that would have made money, but it also kept me out of a number of them that I would have lost money too. And so yeah, I'm excited to show you this. It does take practice and it does take recognizing what to do and going over and over again and watching these lovely videos. And so thank you for watching. All right, so with that being said, let's go over to the charts. And this is 7 o'clock in the morning, Central Standard Time, so 5 a.m. my time. And the first trade that I looked at right here was a ribbon crossing trade between 7:07 and 7:08 in the morning. And let's see if I can make this a smidge bigger because what I was working on. All right. Yeah, this is thing. This looked like a thing of beauty, and it actually did work out because it did cross into it. I thought about taking this, but I did not take this because of the candles on the Trade of Eight. It was going red, red, green, or red, red, and I expected this 708 to be a green, and it did work out. So my filter kept me out of a trade that I would have liked to have taken, but I'm strict with the filters. Okay, so that's filter number one, the PBJ filter. The other filter, which will show us here in just a second or two, but first back to a trade that I did take, and it was at 7-Eleven because what I realized was that this is a bow tie trade right here at 7:08. So with bow ties, I don't talk about these as often as I should. I go down, you go down 2 bars, and then you enter in on the close of this guy, and right there. So 7-Eleven, I entered in and I made money there. This early in the morning, I'm only trying to get about 10 ticks, 10, 12 ticks is where I'm at. Just trying to get that early in the morning, and it did work out for me. So that was good. Okay, going on to the next one. This is at 7:21 in the morning, okay? And again, I'm following along with the right charts. The right chart is my other filter. And so if it's red on this side, I only take sells on this side. If it's green on this side, I'm only taking buys. It's pretty much that simple. And so here's one at 721. Now, I would have likened to have taken this trade because it did set up nice and pretty, but I did not take this trade. And if you look, the crossing at 720 on the right-hand chart, it crossed. And so like, hey, this could be a potential trade. I didn't take it though because of my filters. My filter said don't trade. It would have worked anyways. It was a candle trade. The candles went from uh, green, green, and I expected the third one to be red. It wasn't. I would have made money, but it did keep me out of it, so that's okay too. So let's go back. All right, let me go over, and then one more trade that I also didn't take as well was the 725 trade. Now this one, if straight up, this was a transition bar trade, so it goes 721, 723, 24, and I fully expected this next bar to be red. And it was somewhere down below, and that's why I didn't take that trade. Okay, so if you're curious, if you're watching, following along with these candle candles in the bars, that's why we didn't take it. Uh, because on the right hand chart, this is all green. I don't take any of these guys. That's just no go. But it does turn green on this side, and you got 732 and 733. Another place I took a trade, it was a ribbon crossing trade. And after the close of this bar, I entered in there and made money. That simple. No filter stopping me. It was just one, two, three, watching that clock go 58, 59, enter as fast as I can. There was one entry point today that I was really late and it put me down, I think 9 ticks below the close of the other one in the opening. And I closed out of it because I was so far down. I did lose a little money on it because the price went back up, but annoying when you get in late. Let me tell you that much. I did make it back, and so that's okay. But just don't be late. All right, so let's go to the next trade. So that I did make money on that trade, and then a few minutes later, looking over on both charts, whoop, make that a smidge bigger. We have a ribbon crossing trade because we have reds on both sides and 36, 37. So I took the sell at the top of this bar and then wrote that down. That was a big bar. Made pretty good money on that one. So very happy about that one. And the next trade that was coming up there didn't happen for another 20 minutes or so until 7:51. And this was another ribbon crossing trade. So it's between 7:50 and 7:51. But if you look at the candles, they went from I fully expected this bar to be green. And so it kept me out of a trade. Yes, it did work, but I did not take it. So there's that one. But that's okay though, because just a couple minutes later, we have a transition bar. So you're watching along, you got 53, 55, 56. And then I entered in on the 56 transition bar trade. And he also had a par say on that side too, so that worked out too. So again, another trade. None of my all my filters were giving me the green light, saying, "Hey, take this trade," because the candles were lined up and the filter on the right hand chart was working. And so, yeah, let's take that trade and make some money, which I did. So happy about that trade as well. Gonna keep going through a couple more trades, and then we'll call this video done for this morning. So the next one is at 7:56. Yep, there's that one. So there's the next trade at 8:08. All right, let's go to 8:08. So again, I'm watching this. I didn't even trade with this guy. Would have worked. Doesn't look like it. But again, this ribbon crossing, there's no green bars correlating, so I just avoided that altogether. Um, but what I did like was this 807, 808 trade. So I did take this sell as well on the 808. And when it dropped down, I'm very happy about that one. Uh, Great trade right there. Okay. Also, too, we had a double parse and a ribbon crossing and no filters. And so this was a great trade. I was watching as this came down. So, although even the double parse though, I thought it was a double parse, but this parse happens like 30 minutes prior when I was watching it. I didn't realize that this happened 30 minutes prior, but I thought it did. So that worked in my favor. Still made money, so that's okay. All right, let's go on. I'm going to hit two more trades that uh, I did not take, and my filters did not let me take these guys. So 8.7, 8, 808, 810, 811. And so again, I was looking at red bar, fully expecting this one to be green, even though it was a transition bar trade. But when it goes back to back like this, I expect a transition bar, which it was, and it kept me out of the trade. And then it did it again at 13, 14, 16. So between then it went green here, and there was a trade opportunity, a ribbon crossing trade at 8:14, and I didn't take it again because of the candles. Uh, I fully expected the bar to turn red, and there was a candle wick where if you were trying to get 10, 12 ticks, you would have made the money. But I didn't take that trade either because of the filter. I was like, oh, I got to sit this one out. And so it did go up, I think, as recalled, 9 ticks. And so you would have been at pretty quick and not relied on your profit take to get you out, but your finger of like, oh look, there's money, let's take it off table. But again, the filter wouldn't let me take it, so I didn't take that trade. All right. Well, anyways, there's 11 different trade options, and the one, two, three, four, five trades I did take, and I was done for the morning. My morning started off at 5 o'clock, so it went basically from about an hour, and then I was done after that. And that's all you got to do in the day. It's pretty significant funds when I'm trading 6 contracts at a time and $5 a tick. They adds up pretty quickly. So if you want to know more, come join me. But have a great day and make sure you say your prayers because again, trading needs prayers, lots and lots of prayers. All right, guys. See you next time.